As we talk about love, it's supposed to be unconditional, right? The most beautiful kind of love is unconditional. I think that's exactly what your mom and your dad had in mind when they invited me and Trevor. So I hope you like this. This is called Every Day. For the people hearing this for the first time, if you're seeing spoken word for the first time, think of it as the love child of theater and page poetry. Enjoy. Every day. Happy birthday. Now, this may be the unpopular opinion, but when people ask me, what's the most romantic thing you can give to another person, I always have just one answer. It's every day. What? I'm greeted with the same blank stares and faces whenever I give that answer because every day is not romantic. Every day is not as good looking as his older brothers, always, forever, and until the end of my life, which managed to make it to the end of every I love you in this world. I love you always. I love you forever. I love you until the end of my life, but I love you every day. No one ever says that. No one ever says I love you every day because every day is concrete and concrete scares people. Every day gives you the Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays of forever only tries to promise. It gives you the Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays and always only tries to give. But even though this is the unpopular opinion, I do think every day is romantic. And if I may, I think I would love the idea of getting to give you that someday. If I may, let me love you. And if you do, I promise you no more mundane moments in your life. Not to say that every date that we ever have will be filled with fireworks lighting up the night sky. No. I don't have enough money for that. But when I say no mundane moments, I mean dinner will never just be dinner, conversation will never just be conversation. When I utter the words, I love you, I will mean them from the bottom of my heart. Let me love you, and as geeky as this sounds, I promise I will choose you the same way I chose my first Pokemon. Now, people think it's funny when I compare love and Pokemon, but honestly, I don't think it is. I mean, when you think about it, isn't love a lot like fire, water, and grass? Isn't it like fire? When you see that person from across the room for the first time, doesn't it feel like there's a burning sensation? An actual burning sensation in your chest that says, shucks, I have to be the very best today. And when you finally get to talk to that person, doesn't it feel like a scratch? No. A slash? No. An ember? No. A flamethrower? No. A fire blast? No. A seismic toss even. Hitting you all at the same time. Isn't love like water? Doesn't it make up most of your body, but it's not good enough for you? Doesn't it make up most of the world, but that's not good enough for you? Don't you drink it? Don't you dance on it? When it freezes over, don't you skate on it? Don't you die without drinking it? Isn't love like that? Doesn't it make up most of our body? Doesn't it make up most of the world? Don't you die without it? Don't you love having it? Isn't love like grass? Isn't it just there even though you never get to notice it all of the time? Isn't it there even though you step on it all of the time? Isn't it beautiful to watch it grow from something so small to something so big? And doesn't a small part of you die inside too when it goes away? Let me love you, and as geeky as this sounds, I will choose you the same way I chose my first Pokemon. Let me love you, and whenever you're feeling sleepy, hungry, sad, or happy, or strangely, all of the above, I will be there for you. And when you're thirsty, I will be there to quench your thirst, not just with water, but with wine or beer. Don't drink beer just because you're 18, or alcohol, or iced tea, because I really, really love iced tea. Let me love you, and the only thing you ever have to be frightened about are the horror movies that we will watch together. I promise I will only close my eyes when you're not looking. Let me love you, and even though it's physically impossible to give you a ring as big as Saturn's, I want to be able to show this earth that my love for you goes beyond this one. Let me love you because I think you are like the sun. Because I think you're brilliant, you're bold, and you're beautiful. Now, this may be the unpopular opinion, but when people ask me, what's the most romantic thing you can give to another person, I always have just one answer. No, it's not Pokemon, but it's every day. And something tells me that's going to have to be good enough for me. And I hope it's going to be good enough for you too someday. So if you let me, if I may, please, 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 let me give you all of these days. Let me give you all of my Mondays, and I promise you no more mundane moments in your life. Let me give you all of my Tuesdays, and I promise I will choose you the same way I chose my first Pokemon. A little bit unsure, unbelievably excited, but like it was the greatest decision I would ever have to make in my life. Let me give you all my Wednesdays, and whenever you're feeling anything at all, I will be there for you. Let me give you all my Thursdays, and I promise I will be there to quench your thirst, not just with drink, but with love. Let me give you all my Fridays, and the only thing you ever have to be frightened about is being the most loved person in the world. Let me give you all of my Saturdays because I want to give you Saturn, this earth, my entire universe even. Let me give you all of my Sundays because, God, I think you are like the sun. Because I think you're brilliant, you're bold, you're beautiful, you're alive, and you give me life. Now, this may be the unpopular opinion, but when people ask me what's the most romantic thing I can give to another person, it's always just one answer, and it's every day. So if you let me, if I may, let me give you all of these days. And if you let me, if I may, I do hope you let me start no day but today. Happy birthday.
Serge, Gabriel, everybody.